early morning magazine review. Jump in and let's talk about it. So as you can see on the worktop here, we have a stormtrooper in the latest episode 12, which we started 12 days ago. And you can see it's not the typical size of the mag. If you have a look here, it's more of a comic book size. So you can see there, if I pull it out to the front, you can basically see it's a lot more going on there. Okay, and we have Vader on the front. And if you notice, it's in German. The few things that's in English on there that you can read is, you can basically read, it says minifigure, mint, Star Wars, and best of comics over there. So I picked this one up in Germany. And over here you see NR15, that's number, and it's cost in euros, which is $4.99. Okay, so let's take a look in the back. It's actually stuck. It's stuck with a sort of adhesive. It's not really glue. It's sort of like a rubber adhesive. Anyway, let's jump in and see what's going on the inside. So over here, it's not like our typical books that we've done recently. No glossary to it. It just goes right into the comic. And we see a couple of snowtroopers, Battle of Hoth, it looks like. But these are the newer version. If you're looking back, you can see it's totally different. The older ones had this piece that usually shows more like, because you know the helmet comes with like a cloth hanging, draping down the back. So those were different. If I can locate one, I'll give you guys a demonstration of the two different. So one looked like the one he's wearing right now, which has a backpack on it. I'll show it to you guys right here. I have one on hand to show to you guys. Then I have the newer version, which I did a video on not too long ago. So if you look here, you can see that's the older version. Okay, with the backpack right there like that. Okay, that's the older version. I'll just grab something and we could have a quick look at this. So that's the older version, and then I have the newer version just right here. I will grab that and show it to you guys now. So bear with me, and we'll have a look at the newer version. because I have been doing a couple of different casts, and I showed the newer and the more modern version of it. And for some reason, here it is. So let's have a look at to compare the two. Right, so this is the newer version here. As you can see, it has like holes on the old one. This one has like holes there, if you can see that, because you can see the yellow there. And if I use the opposite head, you can see it there. Okay. Again, this one has prints on the legs. That one doesn't. And if you look, you can see the backpack on that one. This one does not have that's the newer version here. The newer version doesn't have a backpack. It's like the first order. Okay. So let's change that back. That's the older version. Yeah. And also the tone on the skin, you can see this has changed. This one's yellow, head orange. So that's the difference there. So let's move on. Again, the magazine's in German, so I probably speak tiny bit of German. So, okay, here we have Yoda traveling through the forest. And remember, if you remember last magazine, one of those bats are up in the tree, and it swoops down after him. And he snatched something off of Yoda, and Yoda is going after him. He meets up with a creature from the deep. Like I said, this magazine is much smaller than the prior magazines. And he meets up with Vader. And if you notice, it's a Lego print all the way around each page, basically. And it's a little darker to really see the mag, as we usually would. And into a cave with a ton of separatists. Droids, B1 droids. They all circled them. And Yoda uses the Force and bounces off. They shot at him. And he's in the air. He's in the wind. Let's see what happens next. And he meets up with Anakin, who's baked some cookies. For some reason, I'm not sure. And we move on here, guys, to Yoda. Has some sort of fruit in his hand. Not sure. And he bounces around the room. And Anakin pulls out his lightsaber and he challenges Yoda. Very strange. Let's move on. I'm not sure if this book is going to have a centerfold in it because it didn't show anything like the regular magazines that we've looked at. So I think it's just a comic all the way through. So probably not double comics like it usually is. Yoda's traveling along. And he has 3 different directions, 3 caves to take, 3 paths, as you would say. Path 3, we have. Can't do Yoda's voice, can I? Right, and he met with Luke. Oh, it seems like they do have a centerfold. Oh, no puzzles, but they do have a centerfold. He's traveling with Luke, and they're having a chat. And Luke, poofs, vanishes. And the centerfold is Yoda. Let's see if the inside shows here. Okay. So Theta. And a couple of clones, one having ice cream, one towing out another. 2 ice creams. That's funny. And Lord Vader here. Let's check out what's next. So they are doing 2 different magazines though, 2 different comics in the whole book. Okay, and here we see Luke in his black, which we saw in the magazine yesterday. And we also have Leia. I actually have the figure in that uniform. CP3O and R2D2. He flipped him over, which is very strange. Anyway, they all dressed up and they're going to Jabba's palace because we can see Leia and Han over there. They all dressed up and they're gonna sneak in. That's actually Luke. Luke is not supposed to be wearing that attire, is he? Okay. That's Caldo's attire. Okay. And they jump into a bar. And he's looking for some information. Oh, look who's here. Luke's master. Is it Luke's master or is it Anakin's master? Can you guys remember? Right here. And they're bidding for him. The bird, I guess. 1,000, no. 2,000, no. 3,000, no. And then Leia says, I'll give 10,000. So let's move on. Again, this is very new because I don't really open them up. I just collect them, try not to damage the ends, stuff like that. So one of the pirates comes up and he bids 15,000. It seems like he won the prize. And they're about to leave. But before they leave, they shock the pirate. And I guess they're trying to get it's the bird, I'm not sure. And the bounty hunter is chasing after them. And they're running off. Bounty hunter's after them and they're on a slide. Let's move on. It's a lot more comic, like I said. And we see a Y-wing. The old-fashioned one. I actually had 2 of these, the 2 different styles. Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool ship, all in all. And they're being chased by a skiff. There's no way a skiff can chase them because they can take off, but they shot one of the engines and they're going down. And the ship they blasted the ship, piece of the Lego bricks off of the ship here. And we get to the back, and they do have a puzzle. So you have to use these to get to the top and meet. Oh, that's a different print on R2D2. I've never seen that print before. It looks as a dirt. Again, I talk about this during my other magazines. They need to put a droid with that sort of paint on it in the advent calendar or set, which will, make it exclusive and make folks want to get it. Lego, if you're hearing me, please. I've been repeating this time after time. Okay, let's go. So as you see, there's snakes guarding each one of the ropes up, and you have to find the right one up. Pretty simple. And you put the number in there. Okay, on this, as it usually does, again, I'll be doing Avengers along the way. So I think I'll be doing Avengers on my next one, or I'll do a surprise. So watch for it, guys. It'd probably be Minecraft, or again, it'll be the first issue, or Batman, which is DC. It's not really Batman. They don't do a Batman. They do DC, but we know it's Batman. Also, I'm looking out, watch out, because they've made a brand new Superman, which is similar to the one with the metal box in the front. So I will be showing that, guys, which is going to be really awesome. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'll advise you guys, if you find that magazine, collect it, because they have never done that. The only time they've done that metal box outside of Ninjago is for Star Wars, with Vader's two sides in it. It has the rectangular box, and it has the iconic helmet box with the minifigure inside. So they have never done that with any DC or Avengers, or sorry, Avengers, or Minecraft, or Nexo Knights, or any one of those. So I'd say go out and collect that, because that's a collector, especially if you're Superman fan, Superman minifigure fan, Lego. Yeah, so let's just check the back out, see what we got. Again, it's not, it's actually showing here, I believe, which we will be doing a review of this magazine. But again, the ones in Europe, if you notice, they have gold cards on them. They come with gold cards, as opposed to the ones that came from like Ireland, Scotland, Wales, England, right, which doesn't have a card on the side. And the size. This is a special version there. Again, guys, put your notifications on. Look out for my Live at 5, which is live building and other great stuff. We show new sets, special minifigures. If you want to see anything Django or Boba Fett, you can see that, because I have a collection of every single ship that was ever made for Django and Boba, and I have a collection of each minifigure that came out in that series, every single one of them, bar, I have to always put that, bar the gold and the bronze, which is, no one's selling it. If they were selling it, I wouldn't be able to buy it, but I'd like to see it in person, you know. If I can travel and just have a look at it, take a photo with that figure, it'd be awesome. Because that would sort of like complete my set. I can say, hey, look, I'm touching it. Okay, if you guys have seen that or own one, please leave a comment. All right, guys. Again, thanks for joining. Keep watching for the early morning magazine review. Made a